Goody. I've got a frog in my throat. Can you believe it? Monday night. Here we go with a frog in my throat, which I've been trying to clear. Anyway, it's Monday night, 7 o'clock, and here we are with mental mind treatments. I looked at my God box today, and what I got was I dream, therefore I become. I am the weaver. I am the woven one. I am the dreamer. I am the dream. It's been a lot about, it fits in a lot with I've been talking about on other programs. What we put out, what we're grateful for, how we put it all together, etc., etc. Okay, we're going to start. I've got a couple things in here, and hopefully we don't freeze. If we freeze, let me know. I'll come back. I'll pick out. I'll come back in, pick up where we are, and I'll call it mental mind treatment 2. I'm keeping my hands away as much as I can, but I have a book where I put everything in. So anyway, before I begin, for those of you that maybe, and I'll also announce this at the end, on Saturday, June the 21st, I'm doing a special on tarot card readings, 20-minute readings for $50. I had someone request it, so I said, why not? So I looked to when I could do it, and that's the date, Saturday the 21st. Plus someone who helps me with my websites at me of putting in another, writing up a newsletter. So I will get busy with that in the next couple of days. I'm just going to do, Kayla called me earlier. So what I took from our conversation was this, that what we're wanting is that the tests and the hospital days is quickly found and satisfactory. In other words, she's happy with it all that way that goes. All right, numbers I got were 12, 13, and 7. 12 is acceptance of what is, and 13 shows movement into the new, and same as 7. Both of them about leaving the old and moving to the new. And the surgeries that Kayla is getting set up to have, that fits perfectly. And then, I don't think I wrote the right name down here. Hang on a second. I thought I was all organized. Yeah, mango. What if I put? I put Margot instead of mango. That's why it didn't sound right. And we've been doing every Monday a mental mind treatment for Mango. And I'm getting reports back that there is improvement. So that is really, really nice to hear. So this week, what I'm working with here is a willing to accept help and direction from others. I got the numbers 13, 4, and 12. 13, again, is just like Kayla, movement out of the old into the new, but you're not there yet. You're not where you need to be yet. But 4 is a little bit of holding back, and that's mainly, I didn't do a treatment for Kayla. I'll do that in a minute. Sorry, get carried away. Obviously, I'm not as settled as I usually am. With the 4 here shows hesitancy, but the 12 also shows the acceptance. So Mango, what we're going to find, is going to come and figure this all out. So let me do a treatment on that for Mango. Knowing there is one power and one essence, I speak my word, knowing that Mango is opening up to accept help and direction from others as she moves into healing, improvement, awareness, and growth. I know that sometimes that's frightening. I also know that within the fear factor of that, we have a tendency to hang on to what we know. And I'm going to say slip backwards a little bit. But on the whole, what I see here is accepting. And I actually see it like a sun radiating behind her. It's like getting to see that newness is good. Change is good. That leads into brightness and awareness. And for that, I am very, very thankful. And now I'm going to go back and do Kayla's treatment because I just did what I got from it. Again, knowing that there is one power, and I also know that Kayla is aware of that power and how that works. And I know that within the completeness of Kayla, knowing that all the tests will be done, the hospital date is there, and there is a satisfactory result from that. It feels complete. It feels like everything falls into place with such ease, such grace, that I am so thankful and so wondrous about this as I release this, knowing that it's true and that it's done, that Kayla gets the dates and everything else that needs to be done for the surgery, and it will just flow like a hot knife through butter. And so I give thanks as I release this, knowing that it's true and done, and we just wait for the date now. Okay, I give thanks to Marion too, once more during the bowl. That really helps. She had said a little earlier, I think it's probably up here somewhere. Yeah, good evening and blessings to everyone. Okay, Kayla was there. Blessings, everyone, but especially to me, how nice. Thank you for being and sharing yourself with us. My pleasure. I love maths number 7. So maths number 7. Hello there. Thank you for your comment the other day too, from what I said. I appreciate it. Hope you are doing great. I'm a little tired today. Marion actually was telling me earlier today, I said I didn't sleep very well last night. She said, oh, there were flares from the sun, and that often has, you don't sleep well. And that was true. So I was a little tired today, but other than that, I'm good. And thank you. So on the whole, yes, I'm feeling really good, and I've been achieving a lot of things. Okay, Karen. Hello, Norma and everyone. We're on Talk Station. It's great. Karen Merkus. She gives me 14, 6, and 10. Well, the one thing I like about 14, it's all about balancing all the energies. It's not like you're there yet, but you're balanced and you're aware. And so because things are in balance, there is this awareness of what is. With the 6, though, to me, that's confusion. So on one hand, there's a knowingness, and 6, there is confusion. I feel maybe with other people or through communication. And it's kind of like people may be around you say, oh, this is how you do that. Oh, this is what you do. This is how this works. That. So it gets confusing. It's like the instruction isn't as clear. But what I'm getting with the 10 is all you have to be is like the hub of the wheel and let, it's almost like steps. Let the steps that you're taking, slow and sure, get you to where you need to be. So let's see what we get here. I know there is one power in the one essence, and as I speak my word for Karen, I know that she has great knowledge, great awareness, great understanding. But sometimes others always think they know better or have a better way, or which is the same thing, I guess. And so it's like recognizing to be able to stay established within oneself, knowing that your understanding, your awareness, your beingness actually is for you, and to trust it, and that trust, it's like curtains open up and you see very, very clearly. But I just really feel I need to say that is beware of forked tongues. This is not the devil card 6, but it's confusion. It has it, and it sort of holds in that emotional pattern. I would say make sure that the advice you're getting, I'm going to say mine's okay. The advice you're getting from people or from wherever they're saying, just remember that they're coming from their perception and don't have the understanding that you have. So I give thanks to the knowingness of Karen having balance, having understanding, and moving forward, knowing where she wants to end up, what she's doing, how she's going. Trust. I just want to say, trust yourself. You know, so therefore trust that. I give thanks in the knowing of this as we release this by saying, and so it is, as with everything else above. Hang on, we're going to this. Then Karen Lee. Karen Lee, I want to say also, because anytime I really get to speak, I really support you showing up for some of the other programs. I want to thank you that you're supporting. I really like that. Thank you very much. Okay. Hang on, there she is up there saying, I hope you had a great week. I had an interesting week, actually. Marion's sitting there. And Karen Lee again says, I would like a treatment 5, 15, and 21. 5 is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is dispersing knowledge to others. Excuse me, I got an itch on my nose. Oh my God, it's one of those nights where everything is just a little interesting. Excuse me a second. Nothing's worse than a little itch on your nose for no reason. That's it. What does a itchy nose mean? Anyway, number 5 here. The Hierophant dispenses knowledge to the persons that are looking for it. But then you've got 15 right beside it, which is the emotional devil, where the information binds and restricts. Followed by 21, which is the world, where everything is in balance. When I look at that, what I want to say is something that I said earlier today already, I think. You got to trust yourself. When you listen to philosophy or people saying this is the way to do it or that's the way to do it, listen to if it makes sense for you. Because sometimes we do things, but we have to experience whatever. Like, I think I said beware of forked tongue somewhere earlier. It's like sometimes you have to experience that to understand it, to understand how people can work or operate. But what I do like here is 21, the world. Balance is the key. If it's balanced, if you feel in your side. Now, remember, I talk about how we have mental and emotions that need to be balanced. And very often people will be either in their heads, very logical, or very emotional. But the reality of true power is having those two balanced. And I think that's what we're seeing a little bit here of, is being able to balance all aspects of yourself and your life and listen very closely and not, I'm going to use the word fret. It's not a word we hear a lot about, but it's when we get upset on the insides. So I'm just going to say, watch out for the fret energy, do it right. Is this the way to go? What is this? Like all the mental questions that get in the way, so we don't have the balance. So let's see what the treatment says. Karen Lee, I know there is one power, and I know within that power, for those of us that aspire to be balanced and aligned and work to a higher and greater good, that sometimes there is confusion. Do I go right? Do I go left? Do I stay still? Do I move ahead? And it's about listening to the quietness of the inner voice. It's about understanding that imbalance, where we're not listening to our heads or we're not listening to our emotions, but we're unbalanced, that the greater good, the greater awareness, the greater sense comes. Because from that, we can move forward with faith, knowing that we are on the right track. I just feel it's got murky. And I don't know that I've seen that with you for a long time. And I was just like, don't get too murky here. Keep it simple. Keep it aware and the direction that you're going in. Now, I give thanks in knowing that Karen Lee will always land on her feet no matter what. But it's like now honoring what you know what sounds that works for you. This is the second one where I'm getting that people are wanting to tell you what to do. And I hope you don't think that's me out here, because in a way I am. But it's like, is it relevant? Does it work? Or is somebody on there, we're feeling good about who they are and what they are. So, you should do it my way. This is the way to do it. This is what I found. And just be careful of that. Because there's a little bit of precariousness here currently. And I want you to be more solidness of understanding your path, because your path is your path. And it doesn't matter what other people say, even including me. But I don't like that 15 sitting there. So you have knowledge, you have awareness. Listen to it. So I release this knowing it is true and is done and is just lovely. And by saying, and so it is, amen. Take a big breath now, Norma. Kayla says, thank you, Norma, for your positive affirmations for surgery and healing. I see that working really well. I'll get the call from you saying, okay, I'm going on this day, and it's all taken care of. I love math. So 7. Effective treatment for my worsening eyes. Well, okay. Want my current treatments to heal my eyes completely and rapidly. Hang on. Go 7. And so we've got 5, 8, 12, and 14 too, right? Just a sec. There's something here with the 7 that you're needing to leave behind. Now, you and I have had conversations. So where you get stuck by thinking it has to be a certain way or should look a certain way or anything like that, it's like having it, whenever you get stuck on it has to be my way, or I know what it is and I know how it should work. We'll put the word should in there for a moment. It's about leaving that behind, the rigidity, the rigidity, because there's more knowledge here that you're needing to acquire.